Hello and welcome back to Mads Modern Magical Life. I am Mads, this is my magical modern life, and I'm going to set my players on fire today.
Yep. I think you already did
We'll
that
go through.
once.
Done.
Yeah. Well, you had it coming.
Please
You
don't.
had it coming. You wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just committing to the bit.
You know
Anyways,
what? That's a valid perspective.
my name is Mads. My pronouns are he, him. I will be the dungeon master today. I will also be operating our wonderful happy-go-lucky bard that may or may not have gotten all these people into this wonderful little conundrum. And I will hand it off to Kenzie first.
Great. My name is Kenzie Tartaglione. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Nora Cato, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Remind us what her class is.
Oh, yes. She is a divination wizard.
She's super squishy.
Yep.
Onto the squishy wagon. I'm Octa Delgado, and I use they them pronouns, and I'll be playing as Grease, a bartending lunar sorcerer that also goes by they them.
Also squishy.
And I am Harper Pettit. I use they or her pronouns. And I will be playing Corey Smith, our lizard-skinned human, who is a Circle of the Moon druid and Path of the Totem barbarian.
Thankfully, not as squishy.
No, not really squishy at all.
Still prone to getting set on fire, though, so that'll be fun.
No. Yay.
Speaking of being set on fire, so as we all left off, you had gone through a series of trials of sorts, almost set up like a very strange escape room that looked a lot like a children's board game. And whether that was fun for you or just plain annoying, you did get through it. You completed everything. You got all of the little pieces, everything locked into place. Your bard Venn appeared, very excited for you, but seemingly confused why the doors weren't opening up and you couldn't leave. So he's here with you now, as well as a very large red dragon that has appeared before you. The walls and doorways, all of the rooms that you were in previously, have pushed themselves back into the walls and seemingly collapsed in on themselves. You are left with a large room that is just a blank, large room. The ceilings reach up a good 15, 20 feet or so. There's a large chandelier above you that is lit now, as well as the rest of the room. There are sconces lit by small, like spectral fireballs. As you stand here together, though, your party reassembled, for better or worse, the large dragon in front of you rears its neck back, shakes its head out, and gets up. It takes one large step toward the group of you and smiles with its large, toothy dragon maw. You can see all of its pearly white little sharp dragon teeth, little dragon teeth, as it grins down at all of you. And we're going to enter combat. Let's get some initiative rolls. Let's get going.
Yeah.
I got a beautiful. I'm so used to playing martial classes that this is really a beautiful +1 to my initiative.
I'm at 12.
I have a +6, so...
I was gonna say, what's it like going from like exclusively martial classes to a wizard?
Yeah,
There's,
it's
like the magic of magic classes.
It was truly. I truly jumped the gun on this one, I think.
Because you said this was like one of your first magic
This is
classes.
the first time I've played a full magic class. Yeah.
Wow.
And you're jumping in at level 12.
Yep.
Yes!
Correct.
I got a 16.
It's been at 12.
Oh, do we have a guest?
Maybe.
Do we have a fuzzy guest?
You want to come here? No. He hopped up on the couch.
My fuzzy guest is sleeping on my floor.
My fuzzy guest is covered in scales and about to attack you.
Great. I think Nora turns around or I guess Venn is in front of us. We'll just look forward, seizing this dragon, then bringing her eyes back to Venn and just say, I truly can't imagine that you think this is what a good time looks like.
Then, for all of his everything, his charisma that he puts out into the world and usually seems very put together because of it, you do see a small bead of sweat forming at his temple. Then, by the way, as I didn't describe him too terribly last time, he is a human with long bleached blonde hair pulled back into a slick ponytail that goes down to about his collarbones. He's wearing a leather jacket that looks very, very similar to the leather jacket that Gris wears. He's just got like an old like white t-shirt on underneath that has some kind of writing on it in Draconic that he has told you before he does not know what it means because he does not speak Draconic. He just found it at a thrift store.
Oh no, it's gonna be an insult and this dragon is gonna be so mad at us.
Sad.
He does have a guitar strapped to his back, so at least he is ready for combat. He takes a look at you, Nora, and yeah, well, good time. Could be a good time. Could be a better time. Look, we can always make it better, Nora.
You just like go in a wheel of excuses, don't you? That's kind of like where you live.
No. Look, I'm a positive thinker, Nora, okay? And he gestures, and this dragon is just like breathing heavily, starting to take another step toward the group of you. Granted, does not look very positive, but how about afterward drinks on me?
For like
it's
quite
gonna
a
be
long
drinks.
time.
Well, yeah, and a trip to the Bahamas, like
A vacation
with no pranks, no escape rooms, no mazes. We are just drinking Mai Tais on the beach, okay?
Okay. We can do that. That sounds great. That sounds wonderful. You know, Corey, I love how positive, again, you are in this scenario. You know, it could be so much worse. The dragon groans. And you see smoke starting to roll out from between its teeth as it takes another step toward you. Nora,
Corey looks back and just holds up a finger. Like, give us a minute. Seriously, can't you see? We'll handle you in a second. All right. But yes, Mai Tais on the beach. You're buying.
Okay.
And this is not positive, okay?
It could be worse. It could be so much worse. And he starts to pull his guitar around and starts to idly strum. Nora, you are
Corey's hands, like you see, like claws start to form.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
ready to go.
Yeah. So I think that we're just gonna start pretty on the ball, straight out of the gate. No holding back. I am going to cast Fireball at 6th level.
Okay.
I know this dragon has hopefully not immunity to fire. Hopefully just resistance.
Okay.
But
All
so
right.
because I gotta try it.
Okay.
Actually, now I'm very uncertain.
If you would like, I will say that you can forego your bonus action this turn and give me a nature check.
Okay. So that's a nat 20 for a 24.
It's immune to fire. Please don't do that.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I am then instead going to cast a Witch Bolt at 6th level.
Cool. It is not immune to witches or bolts.
Beautiful. So I think I'll move a little bit just so that we're not all clumped, like diagonally, just like over here a little bit. And then I will like shoot my arm out real quick and the lightning just shoots straight out. So that's going to be It would have been great to have gotten a nat 20 on this roll instead of... But that's an 18, so that's going to be a 26.
26 to hit.
Yes.
26 hits.
Dope.
Let's get some damage.
Um, 23 points of lightning damage.
Right. Pull out my calculator because I cannot.
Oh, wait,
use
I'm
that
sorry.
one.
Those are supposed to be d12s. I just rolled d6s.
Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of low for a 6th
Yeah, that's
level
pretty
witch
low.
bolt.
That's
all right.
pretty
But I wasn't
low.
gonna complain.
Just double that. Just double that. Take that and double it.
$38 points of lightning damage.
All right, 38 points of lightning damage. As you all are, the bickering is starting to die down within the group. It seems like Venn realizes at least that he is in hot water and could get more so. So he succeeds and agrees to a lovely trip to the Bahamas where all of you will drink Mai Tais and there's no problems at all. Nora, out of the corner of your eye, you see the dragon begin to approach your group and hold out your hand. A witch bolt cracks into the side of the dragon's face, enough to make it groan, shake its head, look at you. Its eyes start to narrow. Oh yeah. It's time to go. All right, okay, we're starting. But Nora, is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Well, I moved like 15 feet, so we're just gonna move back a little bit. Just move back a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right, Corey, you are up.
So Corey is gonna turn from the facing Venn. I imagine she drops the sort of like clutch of fabric at his neck and turn and go like psst and whisper towards Gris and just say, "Hey, get some." And her hand like flourishes and some like sparkles go in Gris's direction, and she's going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level. So 7, let me see. All right, so 11 plus 12 is 23. Is that right?
You just doubled my hit points.
Yeah, so you get 23 hit points back as Corey whispers at you, and then she screams at the top of her lungs, and you see her just like kind of like take a like a very like strong stance, and like her neck veins start like popping out, her shoulders shoot out just a couple inches larger, and turns and yells at the dragon, and she is raging now.
All right.
And I would say, so she would move up this direction, over to, like, I guess the left hand, or left clawed side of the dragon.
All right. Sounds good. Next up is Venn. So Venn, seeing all of this happen in front of him, he started to strum idly on his guitar and pluck at it a couple of times, look up at the dragon, look sideways to where Nora, Gris, Corey, everyone is moving around. He is going to take a few steps back over here. Try and keep everyone spaced out, seeing how all of you are kind of forming yourselves, getting set up. And he is going to glance over at Nora, because you seem to have caught this dragon's attention, and you are pretty worse for wear.
Not great.
He is going to, as he begins to pluck at his guitar, there's like one tone, doom, 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 starts to go. Nora, come on. I know this can be better. Please, just trust me on this. We're gonna drink Mai Tais at the beach. You're gonna feel so much better afterward. And hey, you'll have a really cool story to tell your wife about. I mean, fiance. I mean, girlfriend.
I'm sorry? Venn, but did you just lock me in a room with a dragon this evening and then also ruin the surprise of a proposal?
I didn't say anything. And he starts to strum much harder, and you watch as this almost like sparking, like in these yellow, red, orange, green, blue, smacks through like this rainbow of color that starts to zap off of his guitar and flit through the air in little spirals, and it curves and arcs over to you. He is going to cast a 4th level healing word on you.
I like to think that as the witch bolt is kind of like shocking out of Nora's hands, one of them sparks and catches the healing word and like pulls it into Nora. Yeah.
That is just going to be 12 points of healing for you.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing right now. And with, as this healing word enters your body, and though he seems to have maybe goofed up something, the familiar feeling of Venn's magical presence watches through you, and you are also going to grab one of his bardic inspirations for this round. So that is a 1d10 of bardic inspiration that he's sending your way.
And that works in the sense that I can add a d10 to any roll, or just like attack saves?
So it is for the next 10 minutes, you will hang on to this. You can add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. You just can't add it to damage. But yeah, so that's going to be Venn. Gris, we are moving on to you.
Oh, great. So I'll shoot a glance to the dragon. And before taking any movement, I'll just hold my hand out and say, just give us a second and I will cast Hold Monster, which is a wisdom saving throw for 17. And I will use 3 sorcery points to heighten it and give it disadvantage.
Round 1, no holds barred.
Yep.
You watch as this arc of energy snaps out from Gris and spirals around the dragon. It's almost like you can see these spectral chains linking and snapping together and trying to like force the dragon into place. Its claws that have dug into the ground scrape as its body is constrained and pushed against itself. And then the dragon groans and starts to shake and writhe and roll, and the chains snap. It used one of its legendary resistances for the day to get all of that.
No!
Good. Let's get them down.
Yeah,
and
there's only a couple of them.
I'll take I'll walk out of this situation. So that's about it'll go about here. And as I just go through Venn, I kind of like shoulder butt him. Just go look him right in the eyes. You've just lost all wardrobe sharing privileges you may have won over the last few years.
What?
No.
Come on, Chris.
No, and just keep walking backwards.
Come on.
And I want that jacket back.
I don't want you to check it back. We can talk about this.
Maybe we can. Maybe we can't.
Nora just yells across the room, I guess we can if we fucking survive!
Is that going to be the end of your turn, Chris?
Yeah. No, I'll use a bonus action to burn a second level spell slot and recover 2 sorcery points.
Sounds good. Yum, 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 yum.
Fine. The image of you just eating magic.
Yeah, I kind of drink it.
You just like summon like in your hand like this spectral orb of like contained magical just potential or whatever. Regained spell slot.
Yep.
Like an apple.
Second level spell slot gone.
Finally, my poor dragon that I rolled a 1 for on their initiative gets to go. It is going to move forward, and though a couple of people have sent out some stuff at it, the one that actually did damage was Nora, so it is going to charge itself toward you. As
absolutely think I'm going to be dead.
Absolutely does. It gets to about here and arcs its head up into the air, opens its jaw, and this powerful, shaking roar erupts from the dragon's throat. You feel that if there were doors, windows, anything else in this completely barren room, they would be shaking and shattering, crashing to the ground. This ear-splitting, terrible shriek of a roar that comes out of this dragon is enough to let... It feels like your insides are icing over, almost, from how much dread fills each of you. And I need each of you to please make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh.
$17.
Right?
This is not a charmed effect, this is a frightened effect, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's unfortunately going to be a 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13 for me.
Alright. Friends in here.
What does this
All 4 of you feel as this shriek shakes through your body. And it's like you can feel your heart drop out of your stomach and through your ass and splat somewhere behind you. You are all frightened right now. On each of your turns, though, you can make a wisdom saving throw to try and break the frighten. Just as a reminder for what this is going to do, though, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within light of sight. Unfortunately, there's nothing in this room to hide behind right now. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear either. So for now, you can only move back and away if you want to use your movement. But this dragon...
Okie dokie.
Going to make the rest of its way over to where Nora is. And it's going to start swiping. It's going to start attacking. We're going to start off with a bite attack. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, even if I threw shield up, that would still hit.
For a moment, you think about, like, pulling it up, and you're like,
Yeah, it's like, there's no point.
Right. That is going to be...
72 points of slashing damage.
Points of damage. That is actually going to be Yeah, okay. That is 15 points of damage because I can't roll.
Good.
So the dragon leans down, and in that split second of where it shrieked and screamed, and you were frightened entirely to your core, it feels like your legs have become cement where you are. It swoops in, opens its maw once again, and smacks down on the side of your arm. Next. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
I am gonna throw shield up,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Jesus Christ. 14 to hit. Or wait, no, 15 to hit again.
With shield, no.
Nope. Okay. Nice. With this one coming in, its claws, it's like little dragon arms, raise up into the air. One crashes down and scrapes against that shield that you're able to throw up. The other one, as it's coming in, isn't enough to hold it and smacks across the center of you. That is going to be 12 points of slashing damage. Right.
That's
Having done a good bit on you here, it's going to move just to the side. Enough. It's going to use one of its legendary actions to turn itself around and whip its tail out to smack Venn in the face.
honestly deserved.
Not against it.
That's an actual 20 that I just rolled to hit myself in the face.
What if we join forces with the dragon to take out Venn?
Kill Venn. Well, I threw in the chat, Venn is the villain.
Yeah, I
Kill
saw.
Venn.
What did Venn do? What? I think that's unnecessary. I think maybe. I feel like
He just sent
misplaced emotions, maybe. Yeah, Venn does take a good right to the fucking face smack of this tail coming through. He seems to stumble back a bit and shake his head. He goes, okay, all right, I got it. Bad time, bad, negative, terrible, not positive at all, and continues strumming his guitar. We are gonna roll back up to the start of the turn order. The dragon is going to use a legendary action to, propelling itself from that one tail attack against Venn, continues spinning and try to hit Nora with a tail attack as well. However, that was a 1.
Thank God.
Does that miss Nora? Nora, does that miss?
Yeah, one misses.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a 15. Because I
15
rolled a natural 1, but
a 15 misses because of shield. So
okay, shield goes up. The tail smacks off the side of the shield, and as the shield dissipates and collapses in on itself, the tail arcs over your head. You're able to avoid it. This go. Nora, it is your turn.
it is my turn. I have a quick question about spellcasting.
Mm-hmm.
If I can use quicken spell, so if I do that, is that still, I change a spell to be a bonus action and I can only cast a cantrip, or does that mean I can cast another spell.
That you can cast like 2 spells if you use Quicken action.
Yeah, because Quicken changes the spell to a bonus action, but I didn't know if it changed anything about the fact that you can really only cast 1 spell and a cantrip in a turn. And that could be you just tell me.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
You can perform another action, even casting another spell in the same round as you cast a Quicken spell.
I can? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, dope.
You may cast only 1 Quicken spell per round. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I can cast 2 spells then if I use Quicken spell.
Correct.
Perfect. Alrighty then. I am going to. Well, actually, I might not do that this turn. That's okay. I'll do it next turn. I am going to, yeah, we'll try this one. I have a little dagger, in a little satchel that I have, and so I kind of whip that out, and then slice it up in front of the air in front of me. And doing so, you see that like there's like this invisible little gray kind of magic that envelops the dagger and like splits through the air and sends a burst of wind out, casting Steel Wind Strike at the dragon. So
this is a spell attack?
It is a spell attack.
Okay. This is going to be a disadvantage because you are frightened of this creature.
Okay. Alrighty, but I'm going to use one of my portent rolls. So that's going to be a 24.
24 to hit?
Yes. My portent roll was a 16, so plus 8, 24. Okie dokie. Now I have to roll these die.
Fun.
That's going to be 26 points of... what type of damage is this? Force damage.
The air bends and twists and shapes around where you were able to cut that dagger through. And it's almost like it starts to like snap and break itself apart. And then it rushes against where the dragon is, and it's like the dragon is being hit by this like invisible force that is just starting to smack in the face. Take that hit, stumbles back on itself a little bit, shakes its head again.
And usually with that spell, Nora can teleport, but that would bring her way too close for comfort to this creature. So instead, bonus action, going to try to use telekinetic shove to push it farther away from her.
Okay.
So that would need to make a strength saving throw of 16, which I'm sure it can easily make, but...
It does make that saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll back up. I don't want to be near this thing.
Bye, bitch.
Alrighty. That's my turn.
I want to touch you. I need to touch you.
I know. I know. Yeah, I'm not looking
so
great.
Right.
You can see Chris's hand just being like standing in your direction, but slightly shivery.
Hey, Corey, it is your turn.
So, Corey, so you said wisdom saving throw is an action to try to get out of this?
Yes, that's correct. Actually, Nora, at the end of your turn, go ahead and make that wisdom save, and let's see if you can break your own frighten.
Okay. That was a nat 20 for a 26.
You're safe. You're super safe, and you feel as you're able to get that one cut in, and then like shimmy yourself back and away and kind of reorient yourself, you feel that frightened sense start to fade. And you feel like you cannot be frightened for the rest of the day either.
Dope.
It seems like once you got the pre-show yips out of you, and now you're ready to go again. Yes, I'm sorry, Corey.
Corey is gonna try to ground herself. She gets an 18 on your wisdom save.
No.
So she's still afraid, but she's gonna bonus action scream. And you hear like the crunching of like bones and like the tearing of like sinew and flesh as she transforms into a giant elk, like over 7 feet tall, and attempt to charge at this dragon and run up to it. Prongs forward.
Charge at the dragon because you can't approach it since you're frightened.
Oh shoot! Then yeah, it would just stay there, like not pawing, hooving at the ground,
Tippy tapping.
ready to charge. Yeah.
You tippy tapping.
Yeah.
All right. The dragon is going to use another one of its legendary actions for this round and whip its tail back around, try and smack Venn in the face again. Worked well the first time, might as well go for 2.
Can't have our healer be out.
No.
Venn is able to duck down this time whenever the tail comes around just over his head. He goes, positive again. We're good. Everything's great.
Do not speak too soon, okay?
I'm just trying to keep it light in here.
Shut up and come here.
So it is going to be Venn's turn now. Ooh. Yeah, you are struggling over there. Venn is going to use everything in him to dart around the dragon and make his way over to you. I can grab this little token. Please, I just want you to pick it up. Oh.
What?
I don't know what I just did.
What
There we
just
go.
happened?
There we go. I'm just gonna say that's it. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. He is going to start like running like full speed, like like try to make his way over to you. And then he is going to hold out his hand for a high five.
Nora, with the biggest eye roll and sass face, knows why she's getting a high five, but it does take everything in her to get her arm to move up, and it is really lackluster that they connect.
It's enough on his part because he is running at you that it does still make that slap. He goes, yes! And as you do it, you are cure wounds dumped into you here. I'm gonna give this a 4th level as well. He's trying. All right, that is going to be 29 points of healing that you get.
Okay.
That's a little better.
It's solid.
Now that you've got some more healing dumped in you, he feels a little bit better about himself, swivels around where he is, and goes, Chris, look, the jacket was a wonderful gift, and we can be matchy now, too. I really don't want to have to give this back. What?
I can't. We can't hear you. I think.
Shit. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Damn it. I was just like, oh wow, this is I'm getting the cold shoulder from Gris. This is great.
Oh.
But Venn swivels around where he is, turns back to you and says, Gris, look, buddy, I don't want to have to give the jacket back. It was such a nice gift. We could be matchy. I love it when we're matchy. Come on.
At this longest distance, I just.
Look, I'll make it up to you. Hey, how about I'm the one that, oh god, you said that you had to get a new fridge at the bar, right? I'll fix it. I'll figure it out.
That's great start. Great start.
Okay,
Great start.
love it. Awesome. We're back. This is great. The band's back together. And you are also going to grab a bardic inspiration.
Okay. So that's my turn now, right?
Now it is your turn.
I will start by looking at trying to get that out of me. Do I do that at the end or start of my turn?
It's the end of your turn.
End of my turn. Okay. So I will look at the dragon and I'm shivering and I'm just thinking really hard. I want you to not be scary. I want you to not be scary. I want you to not be scary. And I'm gonna try and turn it into a bunny.
Turn the dragon into a bunny.
I would like that very much, please.
You're gonna
If we
polymorph
will
this
arrange it.
dragon.
Yeah, that's the polymorph. So that's a natural one.
It's a natural one.
But I don't know why I'm rolling because I don't need to roll for this. This is a Constitution saving
me.
throw.
Okay.
That was about to be very, very sad.
I'm using three spell sorcery
Disadvantage.
points to heighten it to give him disadvantage. Her disadvantage.
You watch as this dragon starts to like compress in on itself before your eyes, where scales were, like tufts of white pelt and fur start to stick up in like comical little spots all over it. And then the dragon slams its one of its hands down onto the ground and shakes itself and shrugs it off. That's another legendary resistance.
Grease is the only one getting those down. All my stuff have been attack
Almost.
rolls.
That was funny too because I rolled a 5 and an 8. So
It would have worked.
Just in case. Just in case. Not chancing this. And after this, still scared, we'll take a few steps back.
that wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, not back, like kind of like circling around.
Okay.
Just getting like inching closer to them without getting closer. And now that's my wisdom. That's a 12.
Well, that does not save. You are still frightened of this dragon. Said dragon is going to stay right where it is for right now. Turn around to where Venn has gone over to join Nora. And you can see like the little puzzle piece blocks in this little, like this dragon's head just click, 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 starting moving together, and it goes and then races itself back on its legs and opens its mouth and breathes fire right down at you. I'm gonna need a dex save from Nora, and I'll make one for Venn.
Yep.
Came right up to you. He was trying to help.
That's gonna be a dirty 20. still probably take half
Survive.
damage, though. Yeah, I could survive, I think, half damage of this. I don't know if I could survive full damage of this. We'll see.
This dragon opens up his mouth. And you just fire, pain, hot. For a minute, it's cold even. You don't know what's going on anymore. But you are actively being set on fire. Both you and Venn were not able to make this save. That is going to be 60 points of fire damage.
So, like, a 20
No,
didn't
no.
even get this save? Holy
No.
shit. Yeah, so that's exactly the amount of hit points I had left.
60.
So I'm at 0 unconscious on the floor.
Cool. Briss and Corey, whenever the fire clears, you can see Venn, like, haggard, barely standing, and Nora collapse to the ground.
Sweater smoking, fire fizzing out along it.
Whenever the fire, like, starts to pass and the smoke whirls and curls up from where it was before, the dragon shakes its head again and speaks this time. The three of you that are standing that are still up right now can hear it. This very low, gravel, deep set voice. I thought this was going to be more of a challenge. I know you're better than this. The dragon is going to...
The dragon is the professor.
That's the vibe I just got.
I thought it at the beginning and then I didn't think it anymore. Now I'm thinking it again.
The dragon is going to move here. And that is going to go back up to the top of the round. So top of the round, Nora, can I get a death save, please?
Yeah, can I use portent rolls for death saves?
I don't see why you can't.
Alright, then I'm gonna do that, so that's 1 success.
Right, 1 successful death save. Corey.
Corey's gonna try to shake this fear off once again.
At the end of the round, but for sake of one-shots, for the two of you that are left standing, I'll just say it's fine to use at the beginning.
Okay. So
One of your wizards already went down.
yeah. So 22?
22. You are able to shake this frighten off of you. It seems like watching one of your friends just become like a burnt marshmallow is enough. Kind of like, whoa, get your head back.
And then this giant elk will run at the dragon, run up to it, lower its head, and attempt to ram it, doing a melee check. A 28 to hit.
28 hits.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. 2 1s.
Yeah!
Damn!
So that's 6 points
Hell yeah!
of damage. And you now have to make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Alright. Succeeds.
Okay. And then now it's going to slam its hooves down, kind of in a pop on top of it for a 20. Another 28.
28, yeah, 20, yeah, hits.
So this is a 48 this time. Much better.
4 ones. 3 ones and a 2.
So 16, 21, 25 points of damage this time.
D&D really is just watching people do math.
It is.
Literally, like, if I play anything, it doesn't matter what level I'm playing at, whether I'm DMing or a player, I need my calculator open on my phone next to me at all times.
Yep.
It's like, all right, you have 11 hit points. That's going to be 3 points of damage. And I'm like,
I don't know. There are some like third grade multiplication tables that really did the memorization did stick.
They had none for me. I was too busy being distracted and drawing in my notebook, but yeah. Anyways,
I'm pretty sure that I did most of those like quick math exams through anxiety attacks, just full on through them. Because I remember sweating, and that's not how you should be doing math, I think.
No, I don't
when
think
I was
so.
in 2nd grade, I vividly remember that we got like a standardized test. It's one of those like it was a very strange standardized test. It wasn't a normal one, and I got the highest math score in the class, and every student in the class, both of my teachers and myself, were surprised. I think I left my body when I was taking it.
Yeah. Complete disassociation. Something
I just
possessed
left.
you.
Everyone thought that I cheated, and I'm like, did I?
Maybe I
don't know, I wasn't here.
Did I accidentally cheat?
Did I accidentally cheat? It's me every time I do my taxes. Did I do it? Am I gonna get in trouble?
Every introvert with social anxiety. Did I accidentally cheat?
Did I do it? This dragon does not suffer from such math consequences, but I can imagine that Venn does. So at least I have the calculator out for him. What can we say? Like, he's gay. He can't do math. Dragon. Yeah, dragon takes a big ol' smack from this giant elk. Kind of terrifying, actually, to like be high and mighty, proud of yourself, knocking someone out, and then getting like absolutely curb stomped by an elk out of nowhere. Just
pronged and curb stomped.
Mm-hmm. Not pronged.
He got pronged.
Oh shit, get pronged on, bro. All right.
Never heard that word. Sounds really dirty.
Mm-hmm. Choose your own adventure.
We prong, she prong, he prong, they prong.
Everyone pronged.
Everyone prong.
It's wonderful.
You get a prong. You get a prong. You get a prong.
Speaking of prongs,
from Oprah herself.
Not as much of a prong, but more of a slap in the face. This dragon, at the end of Corey's turn, is going to use one of its legendary actions. It is going to use its wing attack. So you watch as the dragon rears back, and its little... I say little, this is a large-ass dragon. This is a big-ass fucking dragon. But in proportion to the body, no hands. Oh, kind of rear back, the wings extend fully and smack down on top of you. You just get this force of wind smacking right into your face. I need a dex save, please, Corey.
Absolutely.
Are elves okay at getting back up?
A dirty 20.
Yes?
Something about just hitting this thing and then it rearing up. You're trying to get your footing from like coming in strong with it. This is enough though that you do start to feel your large elk body moving back just for a moment, enough to tip over, and you are knocked prone.
No.
Oak on your ground. Oak on your ground. That is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage that you take as you get smacked to the ground by this excessive force of wind.
Okay. So 13 on 6.
That's how I feel when I get knocked prone, too. Same. It seems like this dragon, too, whenever it rears back and it beats with its wings, for one moment of time, it starts to lift itself off, and then thunk, smacks itself against the ceiling as lowers itself back down. Here's like this dragon is unable to fly in the restraints of the home it's currently in.
Seems like a design flaw.
Seems like had to nerf this dragon somehow.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, you wouldn't want this dragon to mess up the fancy chandelier.
I mean,
Messing up Nora, though, is perfectly fine.
Nora's not a fancy chandelier.
We don't even have like a sad stalagmite to hide behind. There's always a stalagmite somewhere. Not a good one.
It's surprise. It is the chandelier. You just have to get up there. If all of you can just be hanging from the chandelier, you'll be safe.
Misty step.
All right, Gris, it is your turn.
Is it my turn or is it Ven's turn?
Oh, it is Ven's turn actually. I'm looking down. I'm getting so excited for you all. I forgot about my own player character. Ven is feeling like shit right now. He is not having a very cool and positive good day. He's feeling terrible. Actually, let's see here. He starts to strum his guitar, and you see that, like, rainbow, like, this technicolor warped magic start to swirl around him. And for a moment, you think that he is going to, like... It seems like he's, like, charging up something pretty big. Like, for a moment, you think that he is about to attack the dragon head-on, because he is, like, staring down at the dragon very determined now. But instead, whenever he strikes his pick against these strings, he does so in a way that he flips the pick around in his hands and then smacks backward into where Nora is laying down, and he is going to hit you with a 6th level Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rise. 8.
You're looking brilliant right now, right?
Awesome. That is going to be 38 points of healing damage for you, Nora.
Healing damage?
Yeah.
The damage that you feel is all emotional damage. You've been through the fucking ringer.
I kind of
At least
like...
you're back on your feet. Or
Yeah.
ground. You're alive, though.
I'm like... I blink my eyes open, and I look up, and Venn is still, like, kind of, like, half turned around. And I go, You may not be afraid of me, but you are afraid of Floor, and you are afraid of my mother. So just remember that.
He like, glances, like, around behind him to look down at you, and goes, That's what I was thinking. Today's not going according to plan at all. Let me just tell you that, Nora. I promise this was not supposed to happen. That is Ben's
Okay.
turn. He is going to move away from you, though, so at least the two of you aren't clumped up anymore for another fire attack. So he's going to move over this way. Anyways, now it is Chris's turn.
I will materialize some of my sorcerer's power, and I will start moving and casting a spell real quick. I'm gonna quicken a dimension door, and I'm gonna get all the way to Venn. Now,
Right?
I know I can't move towards the dragon, but like I technically am further away of the dragon than where I am, and I'm teleporting through the space. I'm not actually moving.
No, I'll allow it. It's smart. It's another. It's
So-
it's a wraparound way.
Because technically I'm doing this, I guess. I'm just going all the way around the world rather than just through the dragon.
I'll say whenever you pop out of your dimension door, you can make the wisdom save too.
Okay, so I'll. I can't move myself. Oh, it's because I locked myself.
I think I can move that.
So I'll go behind Venn, as a matter of fact. After quickening that, I will touch him, grab myself, and tell him, and you keep healing us until we're out of this. And I'll cast. Can I do 2 sorcerer's things in a turn?
2 sorcerer abilities, like a quicken spell and something
Yeah,
else.
I want to twin Death Ward.
Ooh, I don't know actually if you can use 2 like sorcerer abilities in the same turn.
I think you can because they're not actions or bonus actions. So if you spend the sword, it's like key points, you know?
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it says you can cast. When you cast a spell, it says. So technically, whenever I cast a spell, I maybe should be able to do it. I'm not entirely sure though. I am blowing through 7 sorcery points though.
I'm gonna say, you know what? Again, we're playing like a goofy little one shot. If someone wants to get in the comments of this video and just blast me to high heaven, I don't care enough. You can use it.
Okay, so I'm blowing through 4 for the death for twinning death war and 2 for the quickening, and I'm getting all of those, and I'm just a little bit of a glittery, sparkly silvery membrane kind of goes around him, almost like a vest under the leather jacket, and a very similar one just appears on top of me. And if we were to drop, we instead. And that's my turn. Actually, after this, I will. Do I still have movement? Do I still have movement?
You still have movement. You just use a dimension door to pop over there.
I'll just move here. That's about 30. Is that 30?
Yeah, that's good. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Dragon time. We're gonna see if we can get that charge back. Do not.
Thank God.
All right, but we got a big ol' elk right in front of me, so I'm just gonna go to town. Let's see here. First, we are going to get a bite in. That is going to be 21 to hit.
I guess that's a hit.
I suppose so. Right. That is going to be 18 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's going to come in with the claws next. First one is a 15 to hit.
15 is gonna hit.
15 does hit.
Yes.
That is 13 points of slashing damage. I think it's one more claw attack.
Yes.
That one is a 23 to hit.
Definitely hit.
Yes. That is 11 points of slashing damage. How's Elk looking?
Yeah, you're a great elk. You're still, or giant elk. You're still good.
I'm still good.
Yeah.
Big Elk. Big Elk. Right. It is going to use its last legendary action for the turn. It is going to hit you with a tail attack now. Tail attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Right. That one is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Still looking all right. Not amazing, but still all right.
Still going. You get a couple of quick successions that bite, claw, spin around, tail, smack, everything coming at you.
All right, Crash Bandicoot.
All right. Top of the round, Nora, you are alive.
I am alive. Okay. So. I am going to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna attempt this. I'm gonna cast Mind Spike at fourth level, but use my sorcery points to make it a bonus action. So that is going to... I need a wisdom saving throw. Oh, did
He's not
Matt's
very
freeze?
Still, he's frozen.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
back.
okay, there you go. I need a wisdom
of saving throw
saving
is that?
throw.
Wisdom? The fear in my heart after all of my fucking Wi-Fi problems today whenever all of your pictures froze. Like, wisdom saving throw. They are going to use their last legendary resistance for the day.
Okay.
Beefing
Yes.
on these saving throws.
That's fine. She'll still take half, so that's gonna be 7 points of psychic damage.
All right.
And for the next hour, I always know her location if we're on the same plane of existence, so the target can't become hidden, and if it becomes invisible, it gains no benefit from that against me specifically.
Mm-hmm. That's even if I succeeded on the saving throw. That's not for I failed.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, you're right.
Okay, so I
half
just
as much
take the
on
little
a
chunk of
yeah,
damage.
you just take a little damage. Okay. Apologies. And then so I do that, and then I'm going to use my action. I'm gonna use my Rod of Absorption, which has 5 levels in it, And I'm going to use that to cast a Witch Bolt at 5th level at it.
Right.
And I'm slowly backing away the entire time I am doing this to put distance. So I think I probably have half movement after standing up. So, yeah, so Witch Bolt already. It's going to be a 25.
25 hits.
Dope. I said 5th level, so that's 5d12.
Math time.
I rolled really poorly, so that's gonna
Yay.
be 20. Shut up. That's gonna be 20
Yay.
points of lightning damage.
Shut up.
Shut up.
All right.
That's my go.
You crack the witch bolt again out from your hand. It smacks into the other side of the dragon's face now. This one, it seems to be able to shake off just a little bit more, but it does narrow its eyes at you. You're chipping away at this thing. The dragon is going to use legendary action wing attack again on Big Cory Elk. So I need another dex save, please.
14.
14 does not save.
Okay.
That is going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. So Cory takes that smack, and you hear like a crunch and like a rippling, writhing sound as she turns back into her lizard humanoid self.
Cory. No longer Elk Cory. The dragon rumbles out a laugh under its breath whenever you change back into your normal Cory self. It was nice party trick.
Cory is on the ground. Let me see. Okay. I think she's just gonna stand up, bonus action, again, and turn right back into another giant elk. Yep. And then she's gonna rear back and stomp this dragon.
Bonk, bonk.
A 22?
22 hits.
Alrighty. So 22 to hit, and that is 48. $22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna do it again. And that is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
You hit like a truck.
Like an elk.
14 points of bludgeoning damage that time.
Right.
And that is gonna be her turn.
Alright. This dragon's starting to look like it's out of the triple digits.
Okay.
That's good.
Good. Doesn't
Very
have any
good.
legendary resistances left. All right. That's Corey. It is Ven's turn now. Let's see here.
Yeah, what can Venn do that's not healing?
You can do more, but you can't. Everyone keeps getting hurt.
Healing is a good thing for
That's on
for
him,
Van
ma'am.
to keep doing. That's the thing to do. It's the thing to do. Oh, your audio is gone.
Yeah, we lost your audio.
Shit.
Oh, there you go.
You're back.
Nice. All right. Yeah, healing is he's just gonna keep healing because everyone still is ouchie ouch.
Ouchie,
he is
ouch,
ouchie
correct.
ouch too right now.
Oh yeah, from that
He
far.
is going to 4th level mass healing word. He's going to strum on the guitar a couple of times that magical essence of this technicolor sort of streams on one like hard chord that he hits, blasts out from the guitar and fills the room almost like a fairy fire would. And as those little particles start to dance and weave and bob down onto everyone, it's not too heavy of a spell, but at least everyone gets something. So that is going to be 12 points of healing for everyone in the room. Except for the dragon. Sorry, dragon.
No, fuck you, dragon. Fuck you.
Not sorry.
That feels so much better. Thanks, Ben.
What can I say? I love you guys.
You got us into this mess. You gotta get us out.
Yeah, I'll get you out of this mess, I promise.
Oh yeah, you are.
He is going to move over here.
So how
Again, like,
rough are we talking about?
I mean,
What's
out of the triple digits means less than 100.
out of the triple digits, less than 100.
So
I knew that.
Fucking
I
ouch.
knew that. I knew
we've
that.
established
That's
that
something I knew.
we're not the best at math. So
That's the thing I knew.
That's what the calculator in front of me is for.
Okay.
I will let Corey know whenever Harper comes back that Venn is also going to give a bardic inspiration over to Corey.
dope. Oh yeah, I still have that.
Don't forget, you got those bardic inspirations. Use them. That's a D10.
I should have used it on my last attack. That's okay.
So
You can't use it
Grace?
for the damage part.
No, I just meant I should have tried to bump it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that was a save, so I couldn't have done that.
No, save. You can use it on save.
No, you had to save.
Oh, for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. No. You're right.
Chris will take out one of the rings. It's made of magnetite, and just like look through it towards the dragon, and just say, "Fuck you!" and will shoot a disintegrate right through the ring
Woo!
into the forehead of the dragon. Now that there's no fucking
Dope.
resistances
All
left.
right.
And that's gonna be heightened as well. So disadvantage on dexterity saving throw 17.
Dex save
Go on.
for my big
Come on.
beastie. That is a 17.
Did that hit?
Does that save? That saves, right? That's the number. That's DC.
Does it meet it? Does it match?
Yeah.
If it meets it, it beats it. It's gonna save if your DC's a 17.
Damn.
With the disadvantage and all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then let me. What is the aim of failure? Okay. So
You would take half damage instead.
it doesn't say. Give me a second. Let me just read this.
I think so.
I don't know.
No, I don't think it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
It just says on a failed save, the target takes 10d6 and 40 force damage.
Doesn't take anything if it saves.
Big risk. Big risk. Big risk.
Wow.
You.
Mads is frozen again, but on like, oh, I thought maybe you weren't.
Oh.
Maybe
No,
you were
I
just
was
looking.
reading. I
But
didn't
like,
realize that if you save from disintegrate, then you just
Yeah.
fucking, it's null and void.
I mean, granted, it's 10d6 plus 40 and will literally
It's insane.
permanently disintegrate you if you go to 0. So, I think valid. It balances it out.
I'm not complaining about
Yeah.
it. Just like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
The dragon at this, I will say, whenever it turns its head to you, whenever you say like "fuck you" and that disintegration like ray, that beam blasts through, it's able to duck out of the way just at the last second, and you watch as like the beam like arcs over and like smacks a wall that's on the side, and the wall starts to like crumble and dissolve in on itself. The dragon swivels its head back over to you, and it squints its eyes at you, but there's a part of this dragon that you think that it's kind of like nice. Like that's good. Like there's a silent like moment.
Respect.
Respect for a disintegrate spell.
Better not. Better shoot. I'll just out of just pure anger, I will quicken and cast my last 5th level and be like, sit the fuck down. Just pure like seething anger. It's just like dodging everything, just
It's
using
like
all of its resistances.
A babysitter gets really mad at the kids that they're babysitting. Just sit down.
There.
So I'm burning the rest of my spell slots, of my sorcery points. I'm quickening and casting a heightened hold monster.
So this is at disadvantage. Is
So
this at
that's,
disadvantage?
Yeah, the disadvantage for a whiz save, 17.
Don't smile like that.
I feel bad because the dragon, it seems like if anything stands a little bit taller.
The guile.
Disadvantage.
The guile.
Little smug.
Disadvantage. I got an 18 still. I feel bad. I just keep being like, nah. Don't feel like it. Like everything that you've thrown at me.
Not doing it. Ooh, I'm not the 3rd level.
All right.
I'll take a few steps back because nothing is sticking.
Nothing's working.
Fuck, guys, fuck!
Dragon is going to use its last legendary action to make a tail attack against Corey again. That
It would
is
be
a 18 to hit Corey.
It's a hit.
I was gonna say it'd be super messed up if legendary resistances were also 3 per round instead of 3 for the
3
whole
for
day.
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really fucked up. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you pretty
I'd
much
feel
would just
very
say that.
bad,
It would be
actually.
way too
Just be
OP.
like,
Yeah.
no. Like, you would literally have to have a party
Of
that was like,
all, yeah.
yeah, you'd have to have so many casters in your party that I would just be like, no. Oof. Like,
Yeah.
all right, for the tail, that is going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
And it's dragon time. Dragon time. Do I get fire?
Summer sun, the dragon, then dragon.
Oh,
Love that show.
that takes me back.
Yeah.
I wasn't even allowed to watch that show, but I still did.
As we all did when we were kids. Found a way.
Oh, we always do.
Right. Dragon has been taking a lot of hits from this elk and is kind of getting just sick of it. So, point blank range just on Corey is going to open up its mouth and use its fire breath.
Incredible.
Ah,
So I need a dex save from Corey.
you.
Okay. Alrighty. So that is a 16.
16. That does not save. You become a very lovely. What is elk? Like what? It's venison.
Closest to venison, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it venison still?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's a very good charred venison. It's kind of funny. It would be funny maybe if this was a game and not like just all of you definitely in this house trying to fight for your fucking lives to see like point blank like to like blast right in Corey's face. It's like the cartoon effect where it's like someone gets like blasted with fire and you just kind of see like a faint outline of where they're standing, then they're like bug eyes sticking out like getting smacked with it.
Yes.
Corey, you are charbroiled. You take 63 points of fire damage.
Are you an elk still?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Still an elk.
Yeah.
Whenever the fire like dies down, the dragon goes because you're still
Charred.
still there.
Are you
Your whole body
prompting
hurts, but
fire?
you're still standing.
Yeah, there's like little
Yeah, little-
little flames flickering on her prongs.
It's a shame that this dragon is immune to fire because maybe I could like find some kind of fun little like, oh my god, now your prongs do fire damage.
Yes.
Your prongs are under the effect of like a heat metal spell. Heat prong.
Love it.
All right. That is going to be the dragon's turn. We are at the top of the turn order again. Nora, before you go, though, at the top of the turn order, this dragon is just so fucking pissed off at this elk now that you're still standing up. It's going to make a tail attack on you.
That legendary action business.
The dirty 20 to hit you, Corey.
That is a hit.
Mm-hmm. $17 points of bludgeoning damage.
So she takes that hit, rolls a little bit. You hear the writhing sound when she pops out of being an elk.
Mm-hmm. The very like tip of like one little piece of hair that's like whenever you turn back, that's just like, and then puts itself out.
Yes.
Right, Nora, your turn.
Nora sees that the dragon is not looking too well and then getting angrier by the second. So while still like kind of backing away, tries diplomacy for a second. Just says, you know, you've done a lot of damage to us. We've done a lot to you. I think the scales have kind of balanced out. And, you know, we never really introduced ourselves. And I have a hunch about maybe the fact that I might know you, but I'm not entirely sure, and I don't want to be rude. So if we just want to, like, call it quits now, I'm just going to throw that option into the ether, okay?
Make a persuasion check for me at disadvantage.
Yeah, 100%.
You're actively in combat with this thing.
Cool, so I rolled a 2, so that's going to be a 4.
Nice. Essentially, yeah, it's like you walked up to like a kid in the hallway and just like decked him in the face and said, "Hey, it was just a joke. Hey, it's just a joke. It's not."
When she sees
This dragon does not seem pleased by the words that you say. It just like narrows its eyes at you now, and it goes, "Come now, do you really think I'm that dull?"
I had to give it a go, and then and throws a 5th level witch bolt at it.
Oh my god, it was just a joke.
God, I can't believe I couldn't use fireball on this stupid dragon. Well, I'm not even gonna use the bardic inspiration for that because I rolled a nat 1.
Aww.
So I think like, what's my modifier? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a 9. But I think like what happens is she like does that whole thing, like reaches out to like shoot, but then like there's a part of her that's like, oh, but like maybe I could still talk her out of whatever this is, and it just like flickers and spurts and doesn't happen. My heart wasn't in it.
Wasn't in it.
Maybe.
Maybe if I just tried a little. Oh.
But as a little warning, after that probably looks like really funny. As like a little warning, I'll try to bonus action telekinetic shove. So I just need a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll beat a 16, no problem. But I had to try it.
It just blinks at you. It's like it honestly. It's like
Didn't even
a
feel
shove.
it.
By the time it actually like,
Blink.
like
Yeah.
doesn't move at all.
Yeah. Alrighty, that's the end of that sad turn.
That's okay. You win some, you lose some, Nora.
I know.
It is going to burn through the last 2 of its legendary actions. It is going to make a wing attack directly at Corey again. Even though Corey is no longer an elk, they still don't like that you're standing on your feet.
There's a lot of hate going around.
Oh, that is a dex save, actually. Sorry, I'm fucking rolling for nothing.
A 10, so that's gonna be a fail.
That is a fail. Bonk. The wings whip out again, and dunk, dunk, dunk. It's a little bit easier to keep your footing as an elk, and even that was enough to take you down. As Corey, you hit your ass.
Yeah.
That is going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage for Corey.
Alrighty.
And Corey, it is your turn.
Corey's gonna use half of her movement, stand up, and yell as she runs at the dragon, pulls out hand axe, and comes down with it on top of the dragon. That is a 26.
That hits.
So that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage. And then she's going to do it again.
All right.
A 29.
29 hits.
And that is going to be 9 points of damage. Slashing damage. And that is her turn.
Awesome. It is Venn's turn again. Let's see here. He sure has just been healing this whole damn time. Right.
He's sort of like vicious mockery, this dragon or something.
He is going to book it.
Kill it with a pun. Oh, your voice is gone a little bit.
Ah! He is going to stay right where he is. He is going to... start to play his guitar. That like bending, weaving, technicolor, like prismatic light start to shine out of it. And he says, "Look, all right, this is tough. This is bad. We're all a little bit beat up, but okay, maybe it's not going to be better later, but at least I can just help you kill this thing." And he's going to move his guitar to the side, and as he does, the like technicolor light warps and twists, and a beam of it blasts out to hit Corey. Corey, this is familiar to you because you are the melee fighter of the group. He casts Enlarge on you.
Yeah.
So your size doubles. You go from a medium to a large size. Until the spell ends, the target also has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons grow to match the new size. While the weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Okay.
Big Corey.
We discussed this earlier, so I think it's kind of cool that Venn did that, because we fought so much together at this point that there's some strategy involved.
Mm-hmm.
He's your he's a true support class bard. Like he's got some damaging stuff that he can do, but like in comparison to all of just like the extra supplemental things, that's the more important part. Big Corey. But yeah, he is going to stay plopped right where he is. We are going to go to Gris.
And Gris will now cast a slow spell. And everything around them begins to like slow down, and then start to congregate magical energy to cast a second slow spell, but instead of that absorbs it to heighten that slow spell. That's my bonus action, and I will cast a heightened slow onto this fucker. So that is another another wisdom saving throw at disadvantage. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Come on. Come on. Slow down.
Oh no.
17. It is a 17.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The wisest dragon ever.
This
Okay.
thing has good stats. It's a big ass dragon.
And Grace just kind of like sighs. Because you can do this thing, Corey!
Big
Yeah,
Corey
Corey, you got
screams
this.
out. Several decibels lower, but still screams nonetheless.
It's the dragon's turn. Let's see if dragon gets fire back.
We'll actually get closer. Trying to get closer to Corey.
It's kind of funny. I just see your little names like flitting all over the board. Yeah.
Where do you want to go here? Is that okay?
Yeah, around there it works.
cool. Dragon time. Dragon does not get fire back. Boo-hoo. So sad. I know. You guys are all disappointed.
Oh, super,
Aw.
super unhappy
Everyone is
about
just so
that.
sad over this. Oh no, so sad. It is going to start pummeling Corey. Big Corey in front. First one is going to be a dirty 20 to hit Corey.
That's a hit.
All right. You are raging, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to half your damage. I'm doing it.
Okay, cool. Total damage for that one, that is going to be 19.
Okay.
With the claw attacks, first one is going to be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right.
No longer in triple digits.
That is 15 points of damage for the claw attack. Second claw attack is a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
That one is 16 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Right. Top of the round. Nora. All right, Nora, what are you thinking?
I'm sorry, I
Your
forgot
voice is
my mic was off.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I was just thinking, I hadn't said anything for certain yet, but I am going to I'm going to move closer for the first time in many rounds, and I'm casting Detect Thoughts. I want to know... Well, I guess since that's an action, all I get this time around is Surface Thoughts.
Is it, are you doing it, like, do I need to make a save for this?
It doesn't say, no, it's just, it's on myself, and then I can, I initially learn the Surface Thoughts of any creature within 30 feet of me that I want, and then
Okay.
if I use an action, I can probe deeper.
That's probe deeper. Okay.
Yeah.
So with the surface thoughts that you're able to glean from this dragon, it seems annoyed. It seems a little bit pissed off. But then it's more so that it's just like getting roughed up, and it's not used to getting roughed up so much. There is something about this dragon that is also not... It could be angrier.
Oh, okay.
It could be angrier. From the adventures that you've had with encountering dragons, especially red dragons, they're usually furious creatures to deal with. Sometimes it's like the animal instinct of them just kind of takes over. This one is very intelligent, and its thoughts are like strategic in what it's doing. And though it does have some flare up of like that fire, that passion, that anger, it's not enough that it gets lost in it. That's what
I
you
get
can grab.
it. I get it that this is some elaborate test for some reason, but I don't think that a test that we're under should mean that you perish.
Is that what you say out loud?
Yeah.
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage. Because this thing has made you fall unconscious once.
Could use my bardic inspiration.
D10.
So 13 plus 10
There
is
you
23.
go. 23. The dragon turns around to look at you, and it does seem annoyed again. that you're trying to talk to it when it just wants to fucking beat you up. What are you on about? Do you think that I... No. And there's a moment where the eyes kind of like glance to the side and can see that all four of you are standing right now, including like giant Corey. Goes, no.
I don't really think that's how death... I mean, if that's how death works, that'd be great. I would love to just be able to say no and it not happen. But the odds aren't looking great for you right now, and I just don't think it needs to go this way.
What way would you prefer it to go?
Where you continue existing how you want to exist, and we get out of this weird box of a room.
There's one way to do that.
Is that to kill you? Because that's what I'm trying to avoid.
You couldn't kill me. But you're doing a very good job of it, I will say that. Keep going, Nora. It does know your name.
Does the voice sound familiar at all?
The voice is gritty and deep and guttural, but the lit of some of the words, it does sound very familiar.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was always a obedient student, so sure.
The dragon's chin like goes up a little bit, goes, It's a huff, but it seems pleased with itself.
That will be the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm. You did spook it a little bit, so I'm going to do something.
I'm definitely picking up from there.
Ori, it is your turn.
Corey's gonna hand axe again. Oof.
Walk it!
A nat 1.
Oh, yeah!
Nora intimidated Corey as well.
Yes. And then I guess she's gonna hand axe another time. Oh. An 11.
Oh, I thought you were going to say another nat 1.
No.
Do you have... You could use your bardic inspiration. It's a d10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's an 18?
Barely misses.
Oof. Yeah, so Corey whiffs just twice.
Right, it is Venn's turn. Ben is getting a little bit annoyed as well that it seems like just everything that you all have been throwing at this thing, that it keeps healing he keeps healing everyone, it's just not enough. Nothing's quite working. You can see that the strumming that he's been doing on his guitar the whole time, it starts to slow down, and you watch as he takes a deep breath in, exhale out the mouth. And whenever he opens his eyes again, they're like this strange, like warping, like this black purple kind of just eerie energy that seems to be wafting off of them. You almost feel like you can see like this like bit of smoke tinged that's starting to like come off in vapors from where his eyes are. And he starts to strum, and you watch, he's still strumming his guitar. He's starting to move his hands in a way that you know that he's picking up the pace with it too. And it's silent. It's completely quiet. You see all of the little bending, weaving, that technicolor, like prismatic, those shapes and colors that are snapping around his guitar that he uses to cast his magic, start to funnel into this like small dark cloud almost. And then he arcs up on the guitar, like pulls it up into the air, and the energy like spins and snaps forward. Distantly, you can hear what sounds like this. Just somewhere from very, very, very far away. And you would know that he is doing a pretty high level dissonant whispers on this thing.
Like the creepy horror doll vibe that gave off.
Yes.
You want a haunted house, you get a haunted house.
He's got like 2 offensive spells, and this is one of them. Right. Wisdom save against myself. Boo. This fucking wise ass dragon. Right. This cloud of energy like goes toward the dragon and then almost like goes through where the dragon's face is, and you can see the dragon for a moment very disoriented, looking around in all different directions, trying to figure out where these voices or these noises could be coming from. But it's enough that it can kind of shake its head and get rid of the worst of it, but it does take some damage from that. All right. Venn blinks his eyes a couple times. They go back to the normal brown eyes that he has. Oh, that always gives me the creeps. Okay, let's turn it up again. And he starts to strum on his guitar, and an arc of magic flips and dances in the familiar rainbow technicolor like little beam that you're very used to him having, and arcs over to Nora, and he's going to give you bardic inspiration.
Another D10, yeah.
That's another D10 for you. All
So,
right.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Cool. So, at this point, Chris stills themselves, takes the ring of magnetite back out again, and just points it back towards her forehead yet again, and just begins saying, "You know what the thing is about this spell? There's only 2 things that can bring you back. True resurrection and a wish. Are you feeling like risking this? For reals?" And I'm gonna try to intimidate it into standing down with this spell slot that I don't actually have.
Incredible. Unfortunately, Mads is frozen.
No.
Yes.
I think he's just shaken.
He's just very
just very shaken.
contemplative. Yes.
I'm alive.
Thank God.
Oh my God, Gris fucking killed me. Holy shit.
Just the bluff.
Wait, no. Okay, what did Gris cast? I cut out just as you were starting to cast something.
Well.
So,
You're
the thing
the
is,
dragon's dead.
So Grace takes out the magnetite ring, points it towards her, and starts saying, "You know, the thing about disintegrate is that you can only be brought back through a true resurrection or a wish spell. Now, if you really want to risk going through with the consequences from what Nora was saying, be my guest. And I will threaten to cast Disintegrate, which
I will
I,
say,
of course,
you
don't
can-
have anymore.
Ooh. So you don't have. So this would be a deception for you.
Definitely.
You can do it at advantage because Nora intimidated the dragon earlier successfully.
Amazing. Okay. So that is a 17 plus 9. That's a 26.
For
Now,
kicks and giggles, did you want to use your bardic inspiration?
all of it, yes. Yeah. That's a D10. Where's my D10? Yeah.
Let's go. Let's lie to the dragon.
Lying to the dragon is a well-honored tradition. That's a 4, so that's a 30.
30.
26 on floor. That's 30. That's 30. With you disintegrate.
Nora believes you.
Everyone in the room right now, I think, probably believes you. This dragon has been through a lot, and it has put you all through a lot as well. Something about the conversation with Nora seems to have kind of thrown it off a bit, that maybe it does not have the upper hand here. Maybe it should retreat, but it seems more or less hell-bent on finishing this job that it's doing. However, with the hit points that it has remaining, and the thought of another disintegration coming for it that it does not have legendary resistances for anymore, you see the dragon look down and then shake its head from side to side. And you hear this laugh. This low rumbling. Well done. I succeed. And as it says this, the dragon, this like dark red sort of energy starts to emanate out from the dragon. These like gold and silver sparkles starting to twist and turn around it as it starts to condense and compress in on itself. Down, 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 down. Shorter than Big Corey right now. Into the body of a petite tiefling woman that appears to be somewhere in like maybe her 50s or 60s, but you'd never ask a woman her age, really. Something about her, though, that you all know, there's something that is much older, something much more well-versed in magic, and maybe someone that would live in a manner like this. You see your benefactor, and Nora, your advisor, Professor Anna Curdy, in front of you. She raises her hands and goes, "Well done. Well done. Now, I know that a lot of you are probably very upset right now. Let me just set the story straight. Venn is more or less a walking, talking piece of charcoal right now. Starts to approach and goes, yeah, how about you do set the story straight, because I wasn't supposed to be involved in this at all. She looks to him, and with that single glance, if that would be okay, if that's and he starts to like turn his guitar back around so it's slung around his back, and he shoves his hands into his jacket pockets, leans back and forth on his feet a few times. He goes, "Floor's yours." As I was saying, looks to the group of you. I don't know how much I've been telling you about all of this in between your adventures and different things that I send you on for errands, but I have been putting together, well, and like holds her hands up to the manor itself, and then she looks around once again and goes, "Oh, no. And as she claps, all of the rooms, the doorways, everything start to appear back out of the walls. And all of you are standing kind of in the center of the room, the way that you ended up and everything. So you're all where you started, more or less. The table that's in the middle of the room that had that little candle on it before now just has the little placard that says welcome on it. All of the rooms around you appear, and one of the doors flies open. Whenever you turn, it's enough that Gris, your lantern that's been attached to your side this whole time, can shine in the doorway. You see the two outlined figures, the friends that you made, go, hey, look! Oh, they found the professor! Oh, hey, yeah, you did it! Good job, guys. This is good. This is great.
Yeah, this is really good. Usually there's less of you at this point. Y'all stayed up though, you're alive.
They look alive. Some worse than others. And then the two of them like start to laugh back and forth between each other. Gentlemen, if I could have a moment. She turns back to the group of you. I wanted to open up a side job, you see. Venn here has the flair for the dramatics, and so I've been employing him in putting parts of this together. What did you call it now? Escape room? Yes, an escape room. Except I didn't like the concept of you escaping on your way out. I wanted something else to happen. And it's been many years since I've been out in the field myself. I thought I'd stretch my wings a bit, have some fun. You did a very good job. I do apologize if went a little too far, though. That this is my first time putting this all together. I wanted to make a good show of it. And she like nods a little bit towards Venn, and covered in just soot and ash from the fire breath that he took earlier that almost took him out. He just goes, one little thumbs up. And she goes, yes, I thought so. But now, we can't have you looking like this. Then you're meant to be somewhere soon. And then, oh, yeah, right, the reservations. I've made reservations for us. So we gotta go because I can't cancel them. This is kind of like a thing that's supposed to be that we gotta go to.
It's supposed to be a secret, wasn't it?
Supposed to be a secret. It was. Can we just pretend like I didn't say anything earlier, and like we also didn't almost die to a dragon? That was really cool and really awesome, Professor. It was really great how you did that. She just
I will say
nods.
that the most surprising thing here isn't even finding out that my advisor for like the past 5 years of my life is a full dragon. It's more of the fact that you then kept this entire thing a secret for as long as you did.
Well, you know, all the times that I said that I was just like picking up extra gigs and stuff, and they were just like in dive bars because I didn't think that you guys want to go to dive bars anymore. It's not really your style to do. I was somewhere else.
Yeah.
Here. It's kind of.
One, I take offense to the latter. Two, I have notes.
Can we talk about it a later time when like we're not all late for something? That would be really great. Professor, would it be okay if, and she like nods her head down once and she goes, yes, as I said, you cannot go out looking the way you are to your plans. Go on now. She shoos you off to the side, then looks to the group of you and kind of like gives you the come on with his head, nods all of you forward, and there is a door off to the side that was not there before. It has a lovely little welcome mat in front of it. That also on the door itself, it says, thank you, in the very fine cursive little script that you've seen on all of these other like door plaques as well. Whenever you open the door, you are met with the outside world once more. And it's strange because as you pass through the threshold, it's almost like there's this magical aura that encapsulates you. And as you step out and leave, you are all at full hit points. You have used your spell slots. You do not regain those. But your clothes are as they were whenever you came here. Not sooty and soiled and just a mess. Nice and prim and proper. Venn continues to walk and talk as you walk down the stairway and then through the yards of this expansive manor that now you can see is, in fact, Anna Curdy's residence. It seems like a little side area that she had off to the side, not quite part of her main home, as you have been there before a number of times. He begins to explain to you that we've all been together for so long, and I just, we're not growing apart really, but like we're moving on to other things. And I wanted to make something that would last. I wanted to make something that we'd remember. And when Professor Anna was like working through these side jobs and she was trying to like expand outside of just academia, I brought this up, and then she suggested that we use it for the first time. I didn't want to tell her no. So I thought it would be nice that we could have some fun, kind of like we used to do.
I mean, you succeeded on the not gonna forget this part.
Yeah.
Hangover's gone. That's a
Yeah.
plus.
True.
Makes me feel sunnier.
Maybe
So-
next time I'll tell you what's going on first, though.
That would be kind of you, yes.
It was really fun to watch you, though. She has like a screen room in the back that I was sitting in. Just it was
So you heard us cursing your name?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of funny.
Well,
I was laughing a little.
this has been fun, but I need a martini and some smoked duck.
No, don't worry. You are going to get as much smoked duck as you want. And Corey, I will say, just for sake of walking through this magic door and everything, because you were too big to probably be able to get through it, you're normal Corey sized again. You're
Yes.
the enlarge is gone. Just whatever. Then leads you down the streets of this town, this magical town that Mads owns in his little head that you all live in. You pass by streetcars and pedestrians that are riding these motorized vehicles that are powered by magic and steam and mystery and imagination. You watch as off in the distance there is a cell tower that a couple of people are standing around looking at their cell phones trying to see if something's going to work again because, god damn it, another fucking hippogriff ran into it. We can't keep dealing with this. Like, just one every week. Can we change the flight routes or something? The no-fly zone is supposed to specifically go around where all of the cables are. It just doesn't make sense. The four of you walk together in this town, and you make your way to a very familiar road in front of a very familiar bar with a very familiar sign out front that says The Dwindling Shot. This is the bar that Gris owns and operates, and one that Gris and Venn used to work together many, many, many years ago. It holds a lot of wonderful memories for the four of you. It's where you all met Corey just more recently. It's where Nora finally got talked into coming. This is a place that is as much home to you as anywhere else in this city would be. And Venn turns around to the group of you before you enter. And he goes, look, I know I said reservations and all that stuff. We kind of don't really need reservations for this place because, like, and then points to Gris. But I was on a time limit, and I promised that part of that time limit I did have to keep you very far away from here for a while. So, he looks to Nora.
Well, here's the funny thing. And Nora reaches into her bag and pulls out this small little jewelry box that's made out of a turtle shell that all of you would know was something that Floor's mother gave her when she was trying to make Nora propose. And Nora says, I was preparing for a little surprise of my own anyway.
Ben sees this and goes, oh, you, when, oh my god, this is so great. This is so cool. Calm. I didn't see anything. I don't even know what's happening right now. Let's go to the bar like we do all the time, everyone. It's totally normal for us to be here. Pushes him into the door. Inside, it's much quieter than it usually is. I mean, this bar, given the fact that you lot are the main group that's here, you've kind of turned it into something that's a little bit more subtle than your standard dive bar would be, though it may have started out at such humble origins. The bar itself, off to the side, wraps around and is plated with tiles, many different sketches and different things like that that you have found along many of your journeys before. There are pictures and papers, documents, signatures, funny stick figure drawings tacked up all along the sides, but framed in a way that looks somewhat put together. It's very homey in here. The weirdest part, though, is that it is quiet. Except for when Venn scuttles off to the side, flips around his guitar again, and starts to play a little ditty. You see the only other person that is in this bar is Flora. Flora is a beautiful woman that Nora met some time ago. A linguist studying in the same or similar department that Nora was. You ran into each other a few times. One of those, haha, we can't keep running into each other like this because for some reason you always were in line for the bathroom at the same time. But it got so awkward that at one point you kind of had to introduce yourself. You got to talking. It was nice. Nicer than nice. It was easy. It was the simplest thing that you've ever done, actually. Don't get me wrong, it was hard at times, but it came naturally for the both of you. It seemed almost fitting as well that not only did every one of your party members know Flora before you even introduced her to them, but it's because she had been living just down the street from this bar and frequenting it every night. Staying up late, studying for her own programs, needing some company in the meantime, just to pass some music, a drink. She stands up from where she is sitting at a table and approaches the group. Nora, would you like to describe what Flora looks like?
Sure, yeah. She is a little bit older than Nora, like about 30. She has red hair that she always has in a ponytail, no matter what the temperature is, what time of day it is always pulled back out of her face. She has kind of these light freckles all over her cheeks and her nose, and she's loose where Nora is very stiff. They're kind of really nice, adjacent mirrors of one another, where they have the same sort of, heart, intelligence, that type of thing, but the way they show it is very opposite from one another, and I think that's kind of, opposites attract. It's why it works. And she's also a little bit taller than Nora as she walks over.
Whenever she approaches you, she glances off to the side to where Venn is. And there's this moment where they share a look between the two of them, so gesturing parts of Venn where he's slowly playing this guitar. She's trying to gauge how much trouble he got all of you into to keep you away from the bar for a little while. It looks like it's probably a conversation that they'll have later. Nora. Do you, she looks around. Come here often?
More than I'd like to.
Well, as much as this is a really nice place to be, I was thinking about maybe something a little further out of town. Something close enough that we could travel back here to from time to time, but maybe a little quieter. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in too?
Nora has recently been reaching the point of not wanting to have a life that's always on the run and on the move. She's been thinking about settling down a bit more. And well, I don't think she ever necessarily considered leaving the city a possibility. Now that it's presented, it feels like the right one. So she says, I think you might have read my mind.
Is there room for me?
As she's about to open her mouth and reply back to you, Nora, she looks off to the side and covers her hand to her mouth, just yes, of course.
Guest room.
She looks to you, Nora. You've made me so happy in ways that I never would have expected. You're always such a light in my life. Even when you feel like you're in one of your dark moods. We've come together in so many different ways that it just seemed silly to try and put this off any longer. Now, I don't know what he got up to keep you all away for this long. But I'm happy that I have the moment to do this. And she gets down on one knee and pulls out from her back pocket a little box. It is a small wooden box with these little carved flowers that are all around the sides of it. And if she pops it open, it's weird because it's an engagement ring, sure enough. But where the diamond, the jewel, is usually set, there is nothing there. Until she reaches in to touch it and grabs it out. And then this little wisp of smoke curls around in the center where the jewel is typically kept. And it outlines into a jewel piece. It's this clear with this iridescent sort of blue tinge to it. She takes your hand, slips it on, and when she does, that gem that's just been created essentially from thin air, this arcane, some kind of magical infused piece, turns and spins in on itself, and it's this soft rose gold color.
Nora looks at it and she says, I mean, not that I was gonna say no, but I think it's pretty presumptuous of you not to even ask the question.
Right. Will you... shit.
Stand up. Just stand up. Let me do this bit. And Nora pulls out the turtle shell box.
She stands up and she's laughing at herself now that she just stepped over 3 different things in her rush to be able to give you this ring. And whenever she's shaking her head, laughing to herself, and then her eyes open, she sees the box. And she goes, where did you get that?
I'm actually surprised that your mother isn't here. I figured that since she gave me this longer ago than I would like to admit, that she would want to be here for this, but I suppose she'll just have to wait to find out later. And Nora will open the little turtle shell box, and there is, I think, a pretty old ring inside, probably belonging to a great-grandmother, a great-great-grandmother. When Flora's mom was explaining it, Nora was too thrown by the fact that the idea that she was supposed to get engaged at some point to really pay attention to the story. But pops it open and pulls the ring out and mirrors what Flora did, takes her hand and puts the ring on and doesn't ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Also forgets in the process.
Flora looks down as it's happening, her eyebrows shooting up off of her head. And she just smiles and it's a little... mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I grab her by the cheeks and kiss her.
She gives you a kiss. whenever this happens, then off to the side, the song that he's been playing, this like soft little ditty, this tiny like little love song kind of thing, ramps up a little bit more. And sure enough, because there's no way that you could keep Flora's mother at bay. She lives around the corner from here. From the back of the house erupts people coming out. It's Flora's parents, your parents, many patrons of the bar that you all know and love, regulars of yours, friends of yours, other bartenders and servers that are here, just people that you've picked up along the way. Someone that you helped them find their lost displacer beast, and they keep as good pets. Actually, don't think that they're like mean or something all the time. They're very good pets. They need a lot of training and a lot of exercise. Another person that you saved them from a couple of basilisks that they ran into. Again, can be very good pets. Definitely not for the faint of heart, and should be a high level to be able to tame them. He didn't end up keeping them. Many people that you've met over the years coming out with congratulations, cheers, clapping, the music that Venn is playing ramping up. And a couple of people shout for, drinks! Drinks for the happy couple! And Venn goes, right. Flips his guitar back around and starts like booking it over to where the bar is. Shouts out to Gris, hey, Gris, I know they said that I was going to treat you to a lot of stuff, and don't worry, I'm still thinking about that, but can I get a hand?
Sure. Let me just get on with you.
And Coria will yell out, me too. And she turns into an octopus and...
Yes!
Corey's behind the bar as an octopus, just grabbing all the fucking liquor bottles, topping people off.
Nora's being suffocated by Flora's mother.
Mm-hmm. Flora's mother has come over to grab the both of you at the same time into a big bear hug and lifts both of you up off the ground. I mean, bear hug is one thing to say about like a druid, but you know. She's kissing your face. She's screaming praises and happiness and everything. Your parents come over and a little bit more low-key. A soft little like peck on the cheek, a hug. We're very proud of you. Demeanor.
When this is all said and done, I think that we need to sit down and have a talk with our mutual friend Venn about some shenanigans he pulled today.
I can't imagine that he would do anything less than shenanigans. It's Venn.
Yes, but if he puts his little magic worker fingers in trouble, then that won't be so good for you.
Oh, good point. Looking ahead to the future and all that.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
And I think at
Now,
some
come on.
point... Oh, go
I
ahead.
think there's a couple of drinks waiting for us.
Probably a little champagne toast.
Mm-hmm.
I think at some point...
You hear pop.
I think that at some point, against Nora's will, Floor tries to get her to dance. And she does because it's Floor, but it's she should not be dancing. It's
Venn is
not
egging you
great.
on the whole time.
Yeah.
There is music, there is dancing, there is laughter, there is happiness, there is joy. Eventually, the professor actually shows up as well. She had to put a few things away, make sure that everything was in order after her first escape room run, but she is here to celebrate with you as well. Give her congratulations, her once around the bar, a free drink from Venn for just putting the whole thing together. Because even though she turned into a giant dragon and did try and set all of you on fire in her crazy mansion, I mean, he kind of like paid for the experience. And she put a disclaimer out at the very beginning, too.
Valid. Yes, she did.
The rest of the night passes. All of you together, in this place that you call home, this found family of yours in a found home, in a found city, does that little like pull out from the bar. We see the city skyline. And there's like a fucking like unicorn that's like jumping into the air. And then there's another unicorn that's jumping into the air. And then there's like a very concerned farmer that's running after them because those are his like prized unicorns. And he was taking them to a show tomorrow morning and they got out. And you know unicorns, like they'll back up traffic everywhere. That is the end of our little adventure today. My modern magical life.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Love
you.
Thank you so much.
This was a lot of fun.
I said at the end of the first one that I wasn't expecting a dragon to come out. I'll say I wasn't expecting an engagement for this one.
What is
Look,
scarier?
you say, hey, Venn, you're like the big idea guy. I want to propose to my girlfriend. Can you like keep them away for a while? Distract them so hard, get them so wrapped up in something else that they will never see this coming.
Yeah.
Everyone loves an escape room. Everyone loves an escape room.
Well, thank you guys for going on the little journey with us. Thank you everybody who watched or listened to the podcast version when it comes out. And we shall see you soon with some more stories to tell. Bye for now, guys.
Thanks for letting me set you on fire. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.